Yo, yo, yo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see what the score is going to be today with the markets. Wow. Seven and 65. Okay. We'll reboot 65. Where are we on current price? 67. I leave that one off. Where are we on? Bonds are still gone up. That's interesting. That's interesting. Oil is still up at 85 and 92. Was that what it was yesterday? I think it might have been. Okay, that's fine. That's the first sense of an invalid zone. Then you've got this bit right after. So I think that price will continue to go higher. Yeah. That's just in case we don't get the move, and just kind of considering that up to USD had okay, that fell. Yeah, 20 something, that's unfair, I suppose. Price could come up to this midline here and then drop. And we've got a key level sat right there also. I'd personally prefer to say this zone, but we'll see what happens. Oh wow, that's messy feet, isn't it? We'll keep an eye on USD here. And then obviously on silver, we are so far high up that this might need to go all the way over to like Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, I'll do Tuesday next week. This is the next level, 67.5. If we're going to continue the metal run, so we took the lows, had a lovely first leg, because technically that took that low there. Now if you get another, because that's a beautiful consolidation, yeah, if we or a pullback, whatever you want to call it, if you get a clean push up again, that freaking invalid zone is right there. F fake. Pretty much draw it out perfectly. There you go. Damn it. Let's wait and see. Yeah, look at that on DXY. Where's the next? I think the next zone on DXY is going to be around 97.9 through to like say 97.6 or 97.5. Yeah, around this sort of level is the next zone on DXY, or like level of resistance or support or something. And EUGU flew up so much since yesterday, man, after that move. Euro did, pound didn't do so well. Euro went up 70 something pips, pound only went up by 45 Boom, that's all done now. So let's keep on the charts. I think that we're, as I said, yeah, 97. We could continue going long on everything against the dollar. With that being said though, the consolidations on the other side, actually the volume is on the short side, which is concerning. Let's see what happens, because yes, we took the high, then we consolidated, fat drop, slow contraction, fat drop, very slow contraction. There's no entry on there anyway, you just fell. But I think because most of Asia we were bullish, I don't see why we could continue that move. I'm going to set an alert at 97, set an alert at 92. So at least I know if it's going lower or not, and then I set an alert at 9. That's 0.3 above that zone. And then USD CAD is obviously looking much different from CHF. This bad boy looks like it's gonna go down. So you know what, I'll draw an alert here as well so I don't miss anything. 32. An alert around here as well, so I know if it's going higher or not as well. That's it really, now we're just waiting. The biggest difficulty in trading is being patient, man. You sat there waiting for the market to give you something. That's definitely the hardest thing. But I think if you don't care and you're not so concerned, then you're just willing to just sit and relax anyway and not be rushed by trades. Worldwide versus Chinese apps: WhatsApp, WeChat, X, Weibo, Facebook, Qzone, Netflix, Iki, PayPal, Alipay, OK, Chrome, Baidu, Yelp, Dingping, TikTok, Douyin, Uber, Didi, Google Maps, app, YouTube, Bilibili, Reddit, Aba, Messenger, QQ, Instagram, Redbook. So this is basically their version. Alright, just keep it on the market and have patience. Why am I getting dodgy internet and dropped frames, man? I don't get this. Normally my internet's so good. What's going on? Let me just... I'm gonna turn Wi-Fi off, man. Got 4G on. Oh, a bit of a move in it. Hello. Who said what? There's no news. Like a random fat candle. Somebody want to explain? Me. What do you happen to eat? You move on. I mean, this changes the dynamic quite a bit now, because then does potentially turn into a short-term drop, or is this going to turn into some level of continuation through this level? I'm not sure. The volume's definitely there for the long side, but that feels like some sort of news related move or something, man. Okay, we've not dropped any more frames, so that's good. And then yeah, I just had that feeling, bro, is gonna do that. And it tagged the invalid zone. Literally tagged the invalid zone, built up this level here, dropped to obviously created thingy, then melted all the way through. That's another one of the entry methods I used to trade as well. GBPUSD did a proper dropper. Proper. I mean, looking at it, it does kind of make sense. Price is gonna go short. I couldn't really have gotten in anywhere, to be fair, because if okay, let's just do it like this. let's say we actually looked at price action, took these levels out, dropped down, took that channel out, dropped down, took that channel out, dropped down, took these highs out, dropped down, took this level out in the midline, dropped down, took this out, dropped down, took that out, dropped down, took this out, dropped down, took that out, dropped down. Sure, but where the hell was the entry when I started the stream 30 minutes ago? So 25, and then I think we had 3 minutes of the thing, 28. So took it on the build up, didn't break structure, broke structure, then it's gone. There's no entry, no entry, unless oh, we've got a voice now. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just on the charts now because it's almost 8 o'clock, like 7:57, and then after about 9:30 I'll probably go around yours and then sort the dog and stuff out, innit? I'll hoover up and stuff as well, because I'm guessing there's going to be loads of dog fur lying around, because obviously getting really bad in it. Yeah, I'll be at yours anyway. Do you want me to do anything, like get food ready, or like are you guys ready eating? We're seeing this continued move on the downside on the dollar. The UG is obviously going to be flying up on the back of that, which is fine, but won't seem to capitalize on it. And EUG was kind of in a consolidation around the midline. I suppose you could, after, it's easy looking at something after the move's done.
markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Isn't that one big, huge, brilliant deal? Come on, people.
This is interesting. London Open's come on the minute, pretty much taking the high. Let's see what we get. If we get a trade finally just after we've had all this stuff happen, that would be fantastic, because that could indicate we're seeing a shift in market. Although I'm expecting dollar to fly down even more, we could get a brief retracement. Could be possible. Ooh, I don't like the look of that though. Even if we went down to there, it's still tagged. We will keep looking and then see how it goes. Because honestly, on GU, the move is much cleaner, like far cleaner. Don't mind if it fails on that level, because if you look at this now, perfect channel, and then obviously that sat within the channel, which I like the look of that. Gold's dropped, silver's dropped. Okay. You had a brief consolidation and price fell. Okay, sound, no problem. I'm gonna keep an eye on gold on this chart here on my left screen. You guys can't see. Fine. I'm keeping an eye on UJ stuff as well, but I've got alarms or alerts set, sorry, for that, for the zones I'm interested in.
China's Commerce Ministry on US tariffs on drones says US Section 232 measures are unilateralist protectionist measures that overgeneralize the concept of national security.
First leg, second leg, tag straight into an invalid zone. I think this is going to continue going down. I'll pretty much back in within 1 minute. Hey. Bro, I haven't taken a trade in a long time. Honestly, really long time. I think the last trade I had on Discord. Oh wait, he's posted the edge finder. Thanks, bro. GJ very bullish, GU very bullish, silver, gold very bullish, bearishes USD, CHF, USD, CAD. Nat gas, I don't get why nat gas is bearish, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, last trade I took that was valid. Well, actually no, it was the last trade I took and it was invalid, but still. It was on the 3rd of July. Oh my god. That was so long ago. And then I took a trade 10 days before that. Then I took a trade 2 weeks before that. Then I took a trade 2 weeks before that. Oof. Bro, this 10 trade losing streak is so bad, man. But then I had the winner. Then I had another winner. So I had 2 winners back to back in 2 days. Then I had the loss. Then I had another 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 loss. Then I had a really big win. Then I had a loss. Then I had a break even. Then I got swerved. Then I had to break even again. Then I had another win. Then I had another win. Then I had another win. I think this is where I had like 4 or 5 win streak, like 4 or 5 back to back. I remember that. That's when literally, bro, I had 4 or 5 trades back to back and I was up like 140R. Because I caught a 65R, I caught a 45R, I had 2 20s and a 10 or something like that. It was like 130 something R in 5 trades. And then I had a few losses and stuff like that. So yeah, at the moment, bro, 10 trade losing streak. Last trade on the 3rd of July. But I'm calling the direction of price accurately, but it's not behaving how I want it to behave. And there's some things I'm willing to be flexible on, some things I'm not willing to be flexible on. Yeah, I'll have a look at AUD CHF. What time frame? Let me know what time frame. 15 minute, okay. Oh wow. Is that a very good discount? But what's the data looking like for AUD CHF? It's not saying the on Edge Finder what AUD CHF is looking like, so I'd go based off of this price leg at the moment. You're at a very discounted rate. Go back to 1 hour and get rid of that because you're at 77.86 discount there. Price come, took this level out, moved down, took that level out, move down, got these highs here. Price might come take the high and move down further. Could do. Now let's look at the reverse side of things. I have to look at both in it, long and short. We took that level. Then started pushing higher internally. What was the news we had today about AUD? Unemployment rate is bad. Employment change was bad. Okay, so we had really bad jobs data from Australia, which is obviously helping AUD CHF shorts, because that was probably here. 230. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that massive candle there, the 230 candle. I think continuing with the idea of shorts is probably good on AUD CHF, but way I look at markets, I'd wait for price to come take some level of structure or something like that, then look for some type of rejection method and stuff. So I would say short from example 56.97. Yeah, 56.97, 57.9. So even from like this level here, because if you're looking at London session, you're not gonna get a massive move all the way over here. I don't see price doing this move over here in the next hour or two, unless news happens, which doesn't happen for AUD, but it might happen for CHF. But there's no CHF news, so I would say realistically, yeah, this scenario here looks accurate. And then I'd probably target down. If we can catch like, let's just say a move here on the M15, probably say a 15 pip stop loss. That might be about right, 15 pip on something like this. And I'll probably just target like 1 to 2, 1 to 3, or even this low. You could target this low. So it's 3.4R. Yeah, I'd reduce that just to about 3. I would do something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, because the volume's clearly short, bro. That's very obvious. Look at all of this price action from this. This is 18 days of price action that's been deleted by basically 2 days. The volume's on the short side. That's obvious. And then obviously when you look at the structure being shifting and stuff like that, the direction and stuff, how long could that trade be? It depends in it, because you don't really get much volume in London and New York session. This New York session volumes to happen because of some level of news or something yesterday. What happened at 2:15? Oh, that's when the dollar fell, because the treasury was selling the yields to reduce the price on the long end of the yield to stimulate the buying of the yields and stuff like that. Exactly. Yeah. So that affects the CHF. Do you know why it affects the CHF? Because the CHF is a safe haven currency. Do you understand what that means? Because when you're trading assets like this, you need to have the context. This is way more than technicals. It's more like fundamental and that sort of stuff. This is why like a lot of traders who don't know fundamentals, they're really dumb, because how can you not know fundamentals when you're trading gold or trading safe haven assets and stuff like that? I just don't get how you won't know that. Anyway, so yeah, I think with that narrative, and then you're looking at the DXY, this is opening up the level now all the way down to like 97.6. No, it's not. It's not. If the war starts again, it's good for the dollar, and then it's weak for CHF and weak for yen. I know why you said that. I understand, but you need to look at this starts to get a little bit advanced. So, you know, safe haven currency status, it's kind of a broad blanket, yeah? So when you have a safe haven status, it doesn't mean it's safe haven for absolutely every scenario. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. I'll give you a really good example. When the war started in Iran, what happened to gold? Do you remember what gold did? I'm gonna delete this now anyway, because that's pretty much answered your question on that, I think. Well, I looked at that for you. So go back to my charts. Yeah, so obviously gold fell, didn't it? But gold is a safe haven currency. But then the question was, why did gold fall? It's because the war is around oil. Oil affects inflation. Inflation is bad for gold. And obviously in times of war, dollar does good, especially when it's a war the American economy is involved in, because America makes money from weapons and stuff like that. And America's like the international safe haven status, right? It's like the world leading power of the world is the dollar. So when you have an American war, their dollar becomes very strong because of that. Now, there's numerous reasons why. Loads of people haven't talked about it because I don't think they know. But my opinion, if America is an economy that is heavily known for selling weapons and they go into war, one, they're going to be producing more weapons, using more weapons, but then they'll be selling more weapons to fund the war as well. They're also going to have an increase of inflation because of the cost of the war. And if inflation increases and it makes the economy harder, then it's going to make the dollar stronger at the same time. So that's why I think that whole scenario. But when you look at when the tariffs happened, what happened during the tariff scenario? Dollar absolutely fell. What happened then? CHF, yen and the euro absolutely rallied against all other currencies. Why? After the dollar, the euro is the next biggest safe haven currency. In unique scenarios. But yes, CHF and yen were very strong in that situation. So you need to have a deeper understanding of the asset and how it correlates with the condition of the current market and why does that occur. The why is more important than, like, the how doesn't matter in trading, the why matters in trading. So if the war starts again, CHF will probably drop. They might do an intervention to strengthen their currency because it's dropping because of the war and inflation. Same with yen. Dollar will get stronger. Pound and euro, they won't be so affected because the whole world's affected by the war. But they'll be against the dollar. So obviously, when the dollar strengthens, they're gonna fall. Gold will fall, silver will fall, oil will rally. I'd give you a deep example, but I don't know, like, oh no, it won't happen. So I'm following the war very closely because I follow a lot of journalists on X who are journalists in Iran. I follow all of the Iranian state, I follow some of the Iranian state media. Follow all of the negotiators in the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. The team from Iran, so Ghalibaf, Agharashi, Ismail Baghai, Who else do I follow? I follow the senior advisor to the Iranian Supreme Leader. I follow a lot of journalists in Lebanon. I follow a lot of journalists in Palestine. I follow one of the lead advisors to the leader of the Houthis in Yemen. And then there's 1, 2, and I follow like 7 journalists who cover the Arabian Peninsula. And everything I follow, there's video evidence of it all. Is that I know it's legitimate news, not bullshit Western news. I probably know more than Western media because I'm following stuff live every single day. Let me say it like this, yeah. My profile on X, I'm following 66 people, but before I was following 30. So I follow about 36 people to do with the news and stuff like that in relation to the war. On my X. And my feed is swamped with loads of news. But Trump went to Congress to try and basically seek the use of an atomic weapon. He won't do it. He won't do it. He's stupid if he does that. If he does that, Iran is gonna literally destroy Israel. They're gonna literally kill everyone. Iran's gonna kill everyone, because if you say to Iran, we're gonna drop a nuke on you, and you drop 1 nuke, Iran's gonna say, that's fine. Either we're gonna die or we're gonna kill everyone. So I support Iran. Let them kill all of Israel, because they started the war anyway. But I don't see Trump doing that. It's too stupid of him to do that. It's too stupid of him to do that. Well, obviously, it depends what time frame again are you talking about? M15, yeah? Should go up from here on M15. If not, then about here. The way I trade M1 versus high time frame is different, because M1 is very difficult. So to trade M1, you need to be very strict and have a really strict way of trading. Whereas when you trade higher time frame, you reduce a lot of invalidations. There's a completely different style. Cookie pasand kita si. Cookie pasand kita si. Acha. I wanted to go short because this was signaling it, but then this isn't signaling it. And you know, I'll explain one of the reasons why I haven't taken a trade in so long. The answer is easy. The markets are shit. And in September, I'm changing the way I trade. So I've just been gathering data for the meantime. And then in September, I'm going to have an alternative approach, because I was building my track record. So whilst I was streaming on YouTube, I had a track record I was doing. and I wanted to only do it with my A+ setup, which was working perfectly fine before. But recently, or the last 6 to 9 months, has not been so good because the markets have been crazy because of so many different reasons. But the direction of price I call accurately still. So I've just been gathering data so I can figure out how to adjust to the market. So in September, I should be getting at least in a week, in a day, I should be getting at least 1-2 trades a day. Yeah, I told you to go up. You know, with the way I view the market, it has to, if it goes in a direction, it needs energy or orders to fulfill that direction. It needs sellers to come to that zone. It needs buyers to push to that zone. So the way I see it is locating where those zones occur and why they're at those levels. That's easy. Use general market structure and general like retracements and pullbacks and stuff like that, average percentages and stuff. It's kind of easy to figure it out. But the way I trade is data. Data to me is like the top dog data. Once you have averages, like on average GU moves 10 pips in London Open in the first hour. If you don't get that in the first hour, then you say, what, I'm not going to sit on the charts, and what's the point of sitting here? What's the point of wasting my time? So I think data is the biggest thing. If you don't have data for your strategy, you're not trading, you're gambling. And I'm quite firm on that as well. Like some of my viewers have said, yeah, why don't you buy from this zone? Why don't you sell from that zone? After 1-2 months, they're like, bro, you're completely right. After seeing you every day not buy from that zone, not sell from that zone because they thought it would land, they realize, innit, why I have the way why I trade the way I do, and why I call price so well. Invalidation zones, accurately I call them. I think in the way I trade, yeah, invalidations protect me 80% of the time. I'm happy with that. Because it's protecting me enough to the point where it's really valuable to the way that I view the market or whatever. I wanted price to go higher, but then it stuttered, innit? Yeah, look at that. Stuttery, stuttery. Buttery, buttery. Trading isn't hard, you know, it's really easy. Like, I don't understand why people think it's hard. It's very simple. What's hard is to make money fast, but that's in every part of your life. There's nothing where you can make money fast. Like, I don't think it's even possible. Look at the DXY starting to push down again. Look, it's made the wick and now it's coming back down again slowly, I think. USD CAD kept going down. It did tag into that invalid zone, pictures on the lower time frame, then carried on moving down from there. That's fine. I think when I start my new approach, I'll be in trades like this already, which is fine. I think price is going to keep coming down if dollar weakens on USD CAD. That's kind of obvious. And how far are we from here? We're another 16 pips. I can see that happening. So London high to here is 25 pips. Very possible. Very possible. What's your what do you think is the hardest thing about trading? Once again, invalid zone helped. If you wanted to go short, GU tagged it, even though EU didn't, but I use cross correlation as well. So then even though the volume come in and then it started to consolidate and then it pushed down again, GU's invalid zone told us that this could mean the buyers are going to step back into the market, and then ultimately they did. They trapped the sellers out of the market. That's how I would view that. Because I trade M1, yeah, it's obviously the hardest time frame there is, the most difficult, the fastest pace, the quickest moving, the most manipulated, yeah, but you need to find what works for you. And what I mean by that is, because I can trade M1 doesn't mean you can trade M1. Like for example, I race cars. I actually race cars outside of like trading and stuff like that. I haven't done it for a while because I need money, but just because I can race cars doesn't mean you can race cars. Just because I can build an engine for a car doesn't mean you can build an engine for a car. Point being, everyone's different, right? Now, the reason I mentioned that is because for me, I can flip bullish and bearish. So 1 minute, 10 minutes ago, I can be bullish. Now I could be bearish, and that's okay for me. That's important because most people can't do that. Yesterday I entered Euro. I just didn't knew that 2 PM will be news and I will have problems to keep trading. Like I exit too soon on everywhere. Oh yeah, that's a common problem. I've heard that many times, bro. I've heard that so many times. Closing too soon on your profit, and then when you're in a losing trade, you keep moving your SL, moving your SS. Your losing trade is huge. Common issues, bro. Very common issues. And I see the market is bullish, but I'm still doing like short. I don't know. So, okay, the market can be bullish and you can still take shorts. That's fine. Because those small pullbacks you get. Okay, let me help you like this, yeah. I'm gonna use this one here, yeah, this little square here, because I don't want to lose all the other pairs I'm looking at. We'll go with silver, because then we can kind of keep an eye on gold as well. Okay, if the market is doing this, yeah, the question I have for you, how do you trade that? Do you take longs? Do you take shorts? Do you take everything? What do you take? This is whichever time frame, M15, whatever, that doesn't matter. But just looking at this type of price action, if it was candles, how would you think this market is going to be traded? Okay. I have a question. Can you sell this market? Can you take sells in this market as well, or only buys? Wrong. Well, you can stay only on buys, but 100% you can sell that market. You could take a short here. You could take a short here. You could take a short here. But at the same time, you could have taken a long here. And then you could have taken a long there. And then you could have taken a long there. The point is, if your bias is short for the market, yeah, and your bias is valid, then it's fine, bro. It's okay. That's okay then. Like that's perfectly fine, bro. But if your strategy says you must only be pro trend, then follow your strategy. But you need to have data, you need to have back testing information. You need to know, why do I only take longs? Why can I not take shorts? You must have an answer for that. Like for me, I have an answer for why I switch biases so quickly. I have an answer for everything, and it's a valid answer, not just like a stupid, I don't know, bro. I just think it's gonna happen. No, a real answer, like because A, B, C, D means I can do this, because, you know, it means I can do that. Like a real strategy. So yeah. So what did you say? Do you think on the 4 hour? I've got it marked out here, so yeah. I think price can reach that level. I think price can go all the way up to this. So anywhere from 1.76 to 1.8 to 1.85. I think that's all very possible. Let me say this. If the Fed does a rate cut, it'll go straight through that level. We'll get one fat 200-300 pip candle.
Completion of China South Korea free trade agreement second stage talks.
They'll probably get like a 150 pip move. Actually, I'd say 125 pips. So yeah, with the FOMC, boom, that will happen easy. Just with normal price action, of course it's not gonna happen on EU. Do you know the average pip movement of EU in London session? The average pip movement obviously is going to be different now because the markets are very crazy now and they're not following the averages and stuff like that. The markets are a bit crazy right now, right? So obviously it's not going to be following that because we're going to have more range and then stuff like that. Averagely, from Frankfurt open through to about 10 a.m, Euro moves around 25 to 30 pips on average. Yes, Alan, what's going on? Pound does between 30 and 35 pips on average. GJ does between 60 to 70 pips average. UJ does between 45 to 60 pips average. And that's just in London. And then you get the retracement. Then you might get New York that goes opposite direction. You might get New York that does the continuation. You might get New York that ranges. But the New York volume, pretty much the same, plus 10 pips, plus 15 pips is what I would say. For, yeah. So if you're talking about can we reach 117 today, yeah, that's only another 10 pips away. Of course we can. How many pips have we done so far since London Open? Then yeah, that would be 20 pips. And if you look at 25 to 30 on average, yeah, you could get that. Now, what does it go up to? I've seen the Euro do 45 pips, which is a very big Euro session. That's a very big session for EU. It's a 45 pip move, but it can happen. But averagely, yeah, 25 to 30 is kind of good to go. 35 is a bit of a push. 40, 45 is on the higher end. Like, you don't really see Euro doing that type of a move.
Complementary partners.
What are you saying, Alan? You on the way to work, yeah? Or are you taking another day off? Dan and them like back today. They're just going to the airport now.
You're behind the markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase.
Yeah.
And save 67% on a subscription. Let's make a big, beautiful deal, people. Come on.
I bet they're booking it, you know, without you to do TLM. Yeah. No beds. Any other questions, Eddie? Wait, Alan, how shit do you think the markets have been in the last year, bro? You know, compared to when we started trading versus now, how shit do you think they've been? On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say like a strong 8.5 or a 9. Horrendous, yeah, so bad, man. So bad. Yeah, I'd say like 8.5, maybe 9. day was really bad. I honestly started trading 1 month before Trump enter, and then 1 month after I stopped, and I started trading for 1 month. Bro, you know, if you've seen the markets, yeah, before Trump, so 2024 I started in April, yeah, so I traded April, May, June, and I actually caught TPs, bro. I caught like 2, 3, 4 TPs or whatever, 5 TPs in April, May, June, and half of July. I didn't trade July, August because I thought, you know, I trade average volume and stuff like that because of my data. And obviously, if you're gonna get low volume in summer, then there's no point trading that because obviously it's low volume. Which I was right to do because I did look at the market and it was low volume. And then you had the elections in November, so I traded in September, October. Then November I didn't trade, December I didn't trade, January I didn't trade, February I didn't trade, March I didn't trade. I think March was Ramadan, wasn't it, Alan? Ramadan was March, so I didn't trade March. April he did the tariffs on the entire world, yeah. I didn't trade April because April was crazy, bro. April, May was crazy because he's going to, like, you know, having the arguments with every country, having the arguments with China. Then obviously April, May, then I think in June, July he mentioned something about taking Greenland and stuff like that. I don't remember, bro. He's done so much, bro. He's done so much activities, man. The guy's crazy, bro. And the markets have been chaotic since. They've been absolutely crazy since. Like, I hate Trump markets so much, man. I think, yeah, from April 2024 to now, I've actually only traded actual months of trades, like 7 or 8 months. I think of like 8 individual months I've actually took a trade in. In the rest of the 2.5 years, either I've been swerved, I haven't had the entry, missed zones, or I've just been sat watching the markets and not actually trading. So I've had a lot of time just sitting and watching the market. I wanted to buy gold in it, but it's not really doing anything right now. Because look at this, man. This is gold right here. That's like, that's disgusting. That is. That's basically a range. How many hours is it ranging for? Eight hours. How big is the range? 223 pips. It's a kind of a shit range, isn't it? So I can't really trade that. My method of trading is basically most potential. It's hard to say most potential because you can't forecast. You know, the way I specifically trade is I sit and I watch live action of price and I'll figure out. So the way basically I trade is I wait for a zone to be taken out, a high or a low, New York session, London session, daily high, weekly high, whatever, and I look for what happens in that zone. Do you get price shifting structure? Do you see strong volume coming in? Do you see like opposing side to target, like an invalid zone on an M5, M15? That's kind of the way I trade in it, yeah? So I'm flexible. I don't say today I only want longs, today I only want shorts. I look at the market and I read the market live. If it says go long, I say okay, I'm going to go long. If it says go short, I'll go short. If it says long short, long short, long short 6 times in a day, guess what? I'm saying it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. It's just going long and short, stuck in a range basically. I'm not trading that. That's how I trade. Whereas most people will on M15, on 1 hour, on 4 hour, they will be like, this zone I want to trade from. Price comes to this zone, I want to trade from that zone. I don't trade like that. And I think it's not okay. I think it's profitable on 4 hour and daily because those zones have more relevance, but I think on 1 hour M15 those zones aren't as strong unless you're experienced, because you need knowledge and experience to call a zone for price to hold, for the move to occur. You need to have a really good level of experience for that on the 1 hour time frame, because that zone could be 100 pips away, 50 pips away. How do you know it's gonna come all the way 50, 100 pips into zone and then bounce from there? How do you know that? It don't make no sense. But I think that when you look at successful traders on like M15, 1 hour, 4 hour, I think they have more to it. Like maybe they drop down to lower time frame, maybe they start looking for a shift in the market and stuff like that to give them confirmation to go long or something, maybe. Or they have just a massive SL, take a 4 hour zone, have a huge SL and then just hope it goes up. That's kind of what possible as well, I suppose. A lot of my friends trade high time frame. My biggest trade is 65R, and I took it on YouTube live as well. And then my second biggest trade is 44R, that was live on YouTube. And I've took like a bunch of 15R, 20R trades. Because TP2 is my average, and TP2 on EUGU is anywhere from like 10 to 13, 14R. And then on yen crosses, the average TP2 is between like 15 and 22R. So I prefer yen. I prefer GJ and UJ because I get more risk reward, because it has more volume. If I could just trade EU, GJ and UJ, I would completely be happy with that. But obviously markets are hard at the moment, so you need to be a bit more flexible. Alan, you caught that 40R trade with me as well, didn't you? We were both in the same trade, I think, weren't we? When Jerome Powell said something and price went on a mad one. Or did you mean like money? Because I don't look at money when I'm trading. That's the wrong mentality to look at percentages. I never look at money when it comes to trading. I think that's the wrong mentality. Yeah. That was a sick trade, man. I remember that. Because me and you thought it was going to be a press conference, boom, it was a statement, and then it flew up and we were like, yo, what's happening here? That was funny. Yo, Vibe, long time no see.
Welcome to Stratton Oakmont.
How you doing, Vibe? How's your trading going? The markets have been difficult, man. You've had direction recently, though, Vi, but it's been hard. Look at gold on M5, man. Look at that. It's starting to like chip and chop around and wick everywhere. That's so bad. What about silver? Oh my god, that is horrendous, bro. Look at it. Look at, bro. What is this? Literally, what is this? It's done 18 pips in 35 minutes. This is why, Eddie, this is why I don't take trades a lot these days, because shit like this. How is this even possible, bro? To have such a shit. This is silver, one of the most volatile assets there is, yeah? Silver's way like double the volume of gold, sometimes triples the volume of gold, and we've got that disgusting range. And then obviously on gold we've got this here, which is a 50 pip range in 40. Wait, no, wait, that's kind of wrong. It was a 50 pip range in about 40 minutes. Now we've just started to push out of that. Disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting. Honestly, I hate these markets so much, bro. Like, I really dislike these markets. Why not just bring us something normal? Yeah, bro, this is what it's been like for me for a while, bro. That's why, like, I'm really patient and stuff. 1 second. I'll have a look in a minute, just doing something. Right, so what you lot saying? Ugh, gold mine. What the hell is this shit? Still waiting on back testing. I had lost that A from profit account. They had 8% SL. In starting, I lost 5%. Like 10 losses from JPY. So currently, I'm waiting on back testing. Yeah, I don't know. I had good profit in silver, but then it become volatile. Yeah, the issue is with the yen, because you had all the intervention stuff and that type of stuff, it was becoming really erratic and stuff. That's why I said I'm not gonna trade it. And then I think you continued to trade it when I chose not to. This is why it's good to just sit on the sidelines and just kind of wait and be patient, man, because you don't have to trade absolutely everything. It's good to just wait and say the markets are crazy right now, they're erratic right now, they're inconsistent right now, let's just wait. That's fine to just do that. You don't have to trade every move of the market. So yeah, and then obviously Eddie said no trades today. Yeah, there's no trades, man. It's a little bit shitty today, I'll be honest. But EU and GU are moving again. Longs were the way to go, but let's see, could I have actually caught anything anywhere? Because I don't think I could have. I started around about here. No entry there. Price come up, took that zone there. From here, took that zone there, tied into the demand zone. There's no bullish volume here, so obviously I'm not going to take any longs because there's no volume. I'm not sure about shorts because it tagged into the invalid zone and then it flew off. Was there any entry anywhere? No, there wasn't. There's literally no entry long or no entry short. Now, if I did the buy stop, sell stop method, that SL is too big. That wouldn't work. If I did from here, sake. If I did it from here, 2.4, 3.4, 3.6. 1 second. I'd have done a 4 pip SL, and then on this trade I would have, what I'm thinking with the sell stop buy stop is when it breaks through a level, because it broke through that invalid zone, it comes down, it breaks internal structure higher, that would be my break even point, and I'd roll stop loss to about 1 pip. That would have been tagged, so there would have been no short, and long would have resulted in a break even anyway. So I can't see what am I supposed to do there. Literally nothing I can do at all. Like, there's nothing there for me to physically do. Literally nothing for me to do. I like to look at this high. How many pips is that away? Quite big, I think. $16 pips. That could happen in New York. That could very much happen in New York session. Morning, Haroon. Yes, lads, welcome, man. No, because it's only 16 pips away, isn't it, Eddie? So if we get a retracement for 1-2 hours and then New York kicks in again and then does another 30-40 pips, then that high could easily get taken. This high could easily get taken, hence I'm marking at the next high now. Or Haroon, how you doing, bro? You right?
Welcome to Stratton Oakmont.
Bro, customer, the markets have been taut here, are proper taut. So this level is 16 pips away, 17 pips away, very achievable. This level is 24. Yeah, little tired, been off sick past few days. On top, the weather's been crap. Yeah. Well, obviously it started raining in it, bro. It started raining over here last few days. So this is what I think is going to happen, Eddie. I think obviously we've had on M5, we've had this. I think we might get another move about here. So we've done about 30 to 35 pips. There's 30, there's 35. So to about here. Then we might just get like just consolidation or something until New York, and then New York is either gonna come up, take this high, then move all the way down, which I don't think is gonna happen, because I just don't see that happening. We've got that one happening, or it's gonna just correct on the way down, build all of this here, take out this low there, and then start to go higher, then come up to these levels, and by then it'll be the end of the day. That's what I'm thinking. We got two scenarios, isn't it? Either it's gonna go up or it's gonna go down. It shouldn't range in New York. It shouldn't. Watching you on the TV, so cute on the big screen. You're an idiot, man. Funny. You lot idiots. It's so cute on big screen. Does he look larger on TV? I had to change settings to see him. Bashy gave us a twirl. Yeah, Bashy. One time, see, you lot idiots, man. I swear. So annoying sometimes. But you're lucky you're funny, innit? What was I doing? Yeah. And then euro. And go over to Friday 9:30. Perfect. Yeah, it is gonna move slow. It's generally a slower moving pair. Because CHF isn't really a volatile pair. It's kind of a stable, slow moving currency. Which is why I used to love trading GBPCHF, because the pound is quite volatile, to be honest, you know. The pound is a very volatile currency, but AUDCHF, that will be more of a slow moving pair. Those moves that you seen, remember, they were based from the news we had from yesterday from the markets, isn't it? From what's its face, the treasury situation. So obviously that's why you got that big pump of the direction. That's euro covered here now. So then that's 27 pips away, and this is just 7. I'm gonna get rid of the 7 pips because I know we can definitely do more than that. But yeah, it is gonna move slow. Just be patient. Use DCHF. So I wanted to go short. No, and so there would have been an entry here was before I started trading. Would have been an entry here before I started trading. There was actually an entry right here. I think I would do 0.3. I'm thinking 0.3 pippets is enough to cover the break. And you would have got break even after this. You would have got 2.5R. I'm not keen on risking a 10-15R trade for 2.5. I don't see the purpose of that. And then price come in here, tag that level, move down. Very awkward price action, I would say. Very awkward. How far are we from these levels? That's 35 pips and that's 60 pips basically. And that can definitely go over to Monday. So that's a big move. And then we'll cover the high here. There. Because then that's what, about 15? 20. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, Hurune, the markets haven't been that good anyway, so you've not really missed much, I'll be honest. We had a massive move yesterday because America's just basically manipulating the shit out of the market. But that's about it, to be honest. Yeah, the government's basically like, we're gonna sell the treasuries or whatever the hell it is to reduce the price or whatever, so then people can invest in the market. Like, and then it makes it easier for USA to do rate cuts as well for the Fed. Pure manipulation, man. Like, the level of manipulation is just like wild. You know what? I'm just gonna drop it on here as a London open zone. That's only 14 pips. Look at CAD though, man. This drop is massive. That's a lovely drop. From London Open to now, literally in 1 hour 20 minutes is 20 pips. That's okay. That's not bad. EP2 is normally 1 hour and 30 to 2 hours anyway, so I suppose it's not too bad because it's coming into that level. I think I'm gonna get rid of this as well, to be fair. I can move that to a lower zone. Right, boys, what do you want to talk about? Think of something. I think you can go way further past that. That's like 35 pips. 18. Asia low, innit? Yeah, I'll just have to go to Asia low then. I didn't want to go that far away. I can actually trade New York tomorrow, by the way, because my friends are back from, you know, the holiday and stuff. Is that a weekly low or anything like that, or a daily low? No, so Wednesday midweek, that's fine. And then USD CHF, not much to do here. Right, boys, I think I'm done, man. I'm at 9:30 and I just don't see much happening. Longs were great, but there's no clean entry. And Alan, here's a perfect example, bro, of why M15 can be better than low time frame. If you're still here. So from the low to the high, this the M15 can be good, yeah. From the low to this high here, which is going to be the Frankfurt high or whatever, price dropped all the way down to the golden pocket of 0.5 to 618. There's a 15-minute demand zone right here and a key area right there, and on M1 there's no entry. This is one of the good things about higher time frame, because you got bigger zones to get in and it's a bit more easier, if that makes sense. Like, that is so clean, bro. That key area there as a break and retest, which is basically what that is. That's a break and retest pretty much. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty much a break, retest, and then it flew off. Oh, okay, that's the one that you missed. Okay, yeah. I was looking for on M1 because I wanted longs, but I was also looking at shorts because I told you I flip from both sides all the time. But then there's no clean entry on it. Like, there's no clean entry. Like, GU held the London Open demand zone. Like, GU held the London Open demand zone, but then Euro obviously completely took that zone out. And I use EUGU as a link in it. If EU takes the zone and GU doesn't, I look at what does that mean? Is that safe? Is it not safe? Blah, blah, blah. That's how I kind of view that. It's good and bad. Good because it saves you, bad because a lot of the time you might just miss so many trades because of all these different things. So yeah, no, but I didn't miss. I just scared to hold, as I told you. Plus, I didn't know about the news. You know, you haven't backtested, bro. I can tell that you haven't done backtesting, because if you've seen the data with your own eyes, how you see your hand in front of your eyes like that, yeah, how you literally see your hand in front of your face. If you've done backtesting, you will see with your eyes, hold for 2R, hold for 3R, hold for 30 pips, hold for 40 pips, because 70% of the time it does that. So because you haven't seen the data like your own hand, you don't have the confidence. So what you need to do is get data. Data gives you confidence, it gives you peace of mind, it gives you facts and stuff like that.
South Korea Finance Ministry to hold market review meeting at 8 AM on Friday.
So that come down here and then it dipped up. And then G just dipped up from that level. There's no clean entry there. No clean entry there. Nothing on EU, nothing on GU. So I couldn't have taken that either way. Alan, were you even here? Because that's basically telling you why M15 is good in it or whatever. Let me look at 1 hour because Alan trades 1 hour now.
Well, hello everybody, this is Donald J. Trump.
Shut up, Donald J. Trump, you bumbleclaw.
Day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase. And save 67% on a subscription. Isn't that one big, huge, brilliant deal? Come on, people.
Yeah, I ordered premium package on TradingView. Will sit on replay. No, Eddie, no. That's not gonna help you. That's not gonna help you. Oh, cow. If you trade EU, yeah, then use FX replay on the free version. You can do 50 back tests for free on EU. That gives you basic data, or pay for a subscription, or they give you 5-day free trial. I think they give 5-day free trial on the premium. Yeah, do it when you have 5 days free and spend all day, every day, 5 days just doing backtest. Yeah, and it'll give you the win rate, the losing rate, what day you're most profitable, your average RR, your average trade duration, your average losing streak, the average SL time, average TP time, average pip movement, what else? I don't know. Do that. But when you're backtesting, look with your eyes what you're doing. Look at the market. Wait a second, it does that at 7 o'clock. Wait a second, make note. Because they only get the one free trial for 5 days for the premium. So make note and do as many backtests as you can. But you want minimum 100 backtests for 1 full year. So do January, skip February, do March, skip April, do May, skip June, do July, skip August, do September, skip October, do November, skip December. Because the first 3 months are different to the second 3 months, are different to the third 3 months, are different to the fourth 3 months. So that's why you need to do the full year. And if you feel like you get 160 backtests instead, then just do like make it 100 in it, basically. You get what I mean? But they have to be real. Do them properly, as if you're going to take the trade, and analyze everything one by one. Was there any entry on USD CAD? So we took that level there. Oh. Don't see any news. So let's just have a look here then, yeah? Another thing, Eddie, when you're trading and stuff like that, look at, after you finish your trading, look back at what happened. Look out, did you go wrong? Could you have improved and stuff like that? Well, I'm doing it now. Read the price again after it's gone in the direction. Because when you're new, you need to get used to reading price. Now that I'm comfortable with it, I just review price. Yeah. I didn't want to trade from that zone. That's not A plus setup. And then if I did the sell limit, it would have been a loss anyway. If I did the sell stop. Actually, no. That does make sense. I don't think I would have taken that, man. It doesn't seem like something I'm comfortable taking. I would have preferred the breakout from here, or then yeah, maybe then I could have taken it from here, but then yes. So 4.3.4. Huh? 6 7. Because I would have broke straight into that zone and then I melt all the way down. If we had more clean structure on here, and then we had that sweep, like, and it was a bit more cleaner, then I could have been really aggressive on the idea of going short on the sell stop from this zone itself. I could have been very aggressive on that. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Like, there's still some things I need to figure out with the sell stop buy stop method I'm thinking about using, but I think I'm only gonna know when I start trading it. So I'm gonna do reduced risk anyway. And then whatever issues I have, I'll have to figure them out as we're going across it, innit? Or as we're basically trading it and stuff, to see where are the issues and difficulties with it, see where we can adjust and adapt. Cheers, have to go. Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty much done now anyway, I suppose. Yeah. I won't trade New York today, but then tomorrow, because my friends are back today, I won't be dog sitting tomorrow, so I should be trading New York tomorrow. And if I do, I'll post it in the Discord, and if I take any trades or anything, because I've not been looking at New York this last 10 days, 9 days I've not been looking. So yeah, peace out, Eddie. Make sure you drop a like before you go. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oil is up now to 86.9 almost, and almost 94. So we are seeing price of oil go up. The bond yields are still rising, even though, let me look at the US 10-year on the daily chart, and then the US 10-year on the daily chart. They did a big drop and now they're back up again, which isn't good. So if we continue to go higher, that's not going to be good on the yields, I'll be honest. Oh, it's closed at the moment. Right? Is it an open market? It is, isn't it? Yeah. I don't like that, because that could mean that it's going to keep pushing higher, and then the dollar's going to get strong again, possibly. And the VIX is still very low. We're still on the low side of the VIX as well, which is interesting. Indices are down as the bonds are pushing up. That's interesting. There you go. Oil's hit 94 now, 2.23%. And we're almost hitting 87 as well on this. So close. So seeing oil go up, bonds go up, indices go down. Metals are also pushing down. How is Bitcoin up 3%? How does that make sense? That don't make no sense. Why Bitcoin's up 3.3%? That don't make no sense. That's odd. That's odd. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. And ADCHF, it took the high and then it literally fell. Eddie, are you here? Have you left? I was right on price action. Right, I'm done, didn't it? Close all of the stuff down. It literally pretty much did exactly what I said it would do. Take the high, which it did. Then first leg, second leg, and fell down. Now you could probably be in that trade all the way down now. .2 is quite a lot. 2.7. Yeah. And you would have had the chance to go break even on this pullback there, and then break structure there would have been break even. And now let's see on M5 where would this have played out to, because I said where, said weekly low, right? So I'd have been all the way down there as a minimum. 46, or we could have just done about 40, which would have been 10.9 R, or to the low, which would have been 12.5, and then you could have targeted around about here. It could have been a 20 R trade, and if you got the balls, you can swing all the way down for the summer low, which is 40 odd R. It's not bad, you know. I think price could potentially make the distance, make the journey there as well. Leave that there. GJ's pushing up, UJ's not, so I don't think I would be shorting yet. Yeah, I'm happy with everything I've drawn out on the chart. Alright, I'm done, boys. I will leave you all to it. Let me copy paste the stuff in the chat. Peace out, guys.